What is going on, guys? I'm Watch Ergo, and today we're here with the passenger side cup holder from the Saturn Sky Redline. Look at this. It doesn't open. And of course you saw it in the earliest videos. It was all janky and sideways in there, and I wasn't quite sure what was wrong or if it was super broken, what was going on. Well, I figured all that out, and I'll show you how it fits in the car when we finish this. But first, we have to take it apart and replace the arm that's broken inside this. So, let's get to work. Also, I'm going to get my Wayland police sirens off the workbench here. That's for something different. Just act like you didn't see it, I guess. Alright, here is the cup holder. Here is the magical part. There's nothing else in this box. It just came from eBay, bag. And this is a, like, ABS, I think it's actually PLA, 3D printed replacement part, because the factory part is junk. And I'm going to show you why as soon as we get this open. So let's go to work here. Got my trusty Klein screwdriver that has 5,000 bits in one, I can only assume, because it's always got me through everything I need. Here we go. You got 3 screws that need to come out. This one, and this one, and it looks like maybe salvage yard writing or a new part writing, but this was replaced in 3707. All right, here's our first screw here. Second screw. And the third screw. And I haven't had any issues with this coming apart or spraying parts anywhere. People have mentioned that it could cause problems, but I don't think it does. You do need to remove this felt tape that keeps it from vibrating very carefully because you want to put it back. Felt tape is free. All right. Now, let's try to get this thing apart. Try to pry on it a little bit. I forgot that they're different sizes on the other ends. That is a little bit of a problem. There we go. Cover is off. And this, if that little spacer, retainer, whatever that is, comes off, it sits down on that first little hole the screw goes into there. Arbor, I don't know what to call it exactly. And here is the cup holder. And now, it still won't open. Okay? So, let's see if we can carefully take it apart here. It likes to spring open. There's that. This part seems to work fine. The part that doesn't seem to work fine is this, which is exactly what we're replacing. Haha! Alright, so I just pulled. I don't know if just pulling and pushing is going to fix the 3D printed one or break it. We're gonna try. Oh, it's very flexible. Wow, the 3D printed one works super well. Yeah. Okay, let's put that screw right back in. Don't take out the Phillips screw. You don't need to. Just pull and bend this piece a little bit. And I'll show you what was wrong with it. If you look behind this little mechanism door here, there's a little spring-loaded cup holder that comes out, and I probably better not take that apart in case that doesn't go back together easily. But that slides pretty well. Goes in. That's what we're looking for. Nice fluid movement, and I think it'll work better over time as the cup holder gets used more. All right, and what was wrong with it, let's take a look at this. Here's the factory part. It's pot metal, and then they coat it with plastic and add these little sliding ridges on it that look just like the 3D printed part, honestly, where it's layered in on the printer. You can see the plastics coming off there, and here, it's split all the way along. And where it's split, it hangs on this, and that keeps the entire cup holder from opening because it's completely tight right there. You can see it pulls on my fingernail, and yeah, so that binds, and that breaks the entire thing. So, pot metal one's out, 3D printed one is in. I'll drop a link below to the 3D printed piece. For now, let's get this reassembled, figure out how it works, how to reassemble it, get this spring back in there. Not quite sure how that works. We're gonna figure all of this out and go from there. Where does that spring set? That's the biggest question. Also, I'm gonna lube up the track. This track here is, this is a follower. The 3D printed part and the old part is a follower for this track. So we're gonna put a little bit of silicon lithium grease, something like that. Not that they're the same thing, obviously, two different things. Some kind of grease in there to make it last and open forever. Shinetsu to the rescue. I will drop a link for this in the description as well. We've talked about it before. I used it to restore seals. This grease is amazing, and it's also close by. So we're just gonna take a little, that much, shove it down in this track to make sure it runs very well forever. And I'm gonna work it down into the track on both sides, and that should make sure this thing runs. It is going to be a runner. And now, for the fun assembly part, this spring has to get folded back, and it goes into this notch at the top of the cover here. You can actually see where the notch is on the back of the cover. It's right there. So let's figure out how to make this happen. It looks to me like I can just bend it back. Oh, also this hinge right there. Might as well grease that while we're in there. Tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of Shinetsu here. Okay, I think that worked. Okay, it's a lot easier than I said. I was pretty worried there, but it actually seems like a reasonable thing to do. The spring's right where it belongs, into the retainer. Everything seems to work out. Let's put the top back on and get it into the car, do some testing. Road tests are key when you're working with cup holders, I think.
I think we can all agree with that.
Right. I mean, how else would you know? Hey, all right, let's get the screws in. I should put the screws in before I start messing around. Okay, so the screws went in 1, 2, and 3. Switch back to my Torx driver here. In case you need to know what tool it is, it's not written on this bit, so I can't tell you. It's really small Torx. And then restick your felt. I'm gonna get it nice and straight again. Right back where it was originally. Wipe off any of this excess grease I got moved around here. A little too tight. Back off the hinge screw. There we go. Oh, I see. All right, it's binding right there on the corner. So it might need a little help while we break this in. Nice. One cup holder, finished. Now we can put it in the car. I still don't love the very first start there on the corner. Put a little grease on that. Run it through another cycle. All right, so when this is closing, it might need a little bit of help the first few times. You could take like 400 grit sandpaper before you install it and maybe sand down a little of the 3D printing layer marks on there and stuff. That might be what's causing it to bind. I'm just so used to pushing on it. If you literally just touch it with your finger while you're closing it, it closes perfectly. That time it seemed like it worked well.
Nice.
Well, needs a little bit of help, but hey, it's a working cup holder. It's a lot better than what the car came in with. So let's go stick it in the car. We've got our trusty Bartle skeet and our cup holder. Let's get in here and make this happen. So inside the Sky, it actually says top to make it really easy to figure out where it goes. And this just slides in and you just push until it snaps. So that's basically installed. Before I actually snap it in there, I want to show you. Like I said, it just slides in, but to get it out, that's actually the trickier part, I think, personally. So what you do, and what I've seen other people do, is just push really hard on one of the corners, preferably this corner, just so it'll push the entire thing back into there sideways. Just push really hard until it goes in, and it will rotate halfway out. And of course, it's not going to do that right now because it's not installed all the way. So we're just going to go ahead and install it. That's it. It's done. Look at that. Cup holder complete. To get it out, like I said, just push really hard on one of the corners. It'll rotate a little bit, and then you can just pull straight out. It's like a cartridge with a couple little fingers that hold it in there. So rip this Bartle skeet open. Flawless victory. If you need a cup holder for your Sky, Solstice, Opel GT, that's how you fix it. Link in the description below. I'm not affiliated with this person. They're selling them on eBay. They're 3D printed. I found them on the Sky forums. That is it for today, guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Bartle Skeet.
I know, right? It's so great now that the cup holder works.
I know, right? Leanne's gonna love having that there, 'cause she'll be able to put her phone.
Thanks, Gabe, for shooting.
No worries.
And with this video, that's the end of the Sky Redline saga. Gabe bought it because he has that Opel GT. You guys have seen him drive some other Opel GTs, not his, in some videos of mine. One where we took the Hyper Motard out the day I bought it. He had an Opel GT out. He's working on his Opel GT restoration, and he's my neighbor that lives 2 houses down. He was like, I want that so I can do an Opel GT conversion. And I was like, well, you have to do that. That sounds awesome.
have to,
You have a new one, an old one, flippy headlights that need polished, some work, whatever.
We'll flip those.
I mean, if you can make these headlights flip, game over.
Right.
So that's it. Gabe's swapping the O2 sensors out. Everything else has been fixed. That should shut off the check engine light, and this car is good to go. I don't think you guys are going to do the 450 horse big turbo build, are you?
Probably won't go there.
That was my plan, but it needed to go. I bought a new car. It's coming. You don't get to know what it is.
Oh, is it something big?
I think it's something big.
Can't wait.
I'm pumped. All right, man. Have a good night.
Hey, you too. Cheers, man.
Yep, later.